Hi everyone, welcome to This Week in TESOL Methods. Hope everyone had a great week last week and I hope this one is great for you as well. So last week, just to recap, you started thinking about the teaching of speaking for second language learners of English and some of the things that I hope that you focused in on. You were introduced to the debate between teaching fluency versus teaching accuracy and striving for either with your students. And it is a debate that continues to go on amongst theorists and educators. You hopefully were looking at ideas like appropriacy, accuracy, authenticity, spoken versus written grammar, probably a concept that made complete sense to you as you were reading about it, but perhaps you hadn't really focused in on that being something to consider as an educator in this field. And then various oral strategies and activities that we can do with our students in order to get them speaking more and to help them increase their speaking ability and proficiency in the English language. So this week you're going to be working on speaking in a more specific area, which is pronunciation. Again, there is much debate in this area regarding fluency versus accuracy. And just to give you my 2 cents, and this is only my opinion, but as you know from reading, there are, various opinions out there. What do we do as far as fluency versus accuracy? How perfect do we want our students to be speaking? And how much focus do we put on it? How much possible stress do we allow our students to feel? How much time do we take out of our instruction and out of the activities that we're asking our students to complete in order to focus on these things? My feeling, personally, is that we want our students to function well in the English-speaking community, and we want them to be able to use the English language for the purpose they are hoping to get out of it, for the goals that they have with their English language skills, with their second language skills. So we want them to be intelligible, to be able to have a reciprocal conversation and be understood, to feel confident that they are speaking the words correctly, and things of that nature. If they have an accent still, that doesn't bother me. I think it's fine as long as they are able to be understood by others and can have their ideas come across and can, use the language to move forward toward their goals. I think having an accent, when you work on pronunciation, you will probably notice things like suprasegmental and segmental aspects of pronunciation and speaking. I hope that you do. Also, there's an aspect that I've included that has a lot to do with transfer, and it's called markedness, and it's a very involved concept. So I am only interested in you learning this concept for how it impacts what you're learning in your TESOL class. And so basically, a marked skill in a language means that it has uniqueness to it. It is unique to that language, that particular skill. And if something is a marked skill in a language and someone tries to learn that marked skill, it will be more difficult for that person to learn in the L2. Doesn't mean it can't happen, it will just be more difficult. Conversely, if something is unmarked, it contains grammar rules of language in some way, because it can be marked in various ways. But if it is unmarked, it contains rules and a system for that word, for that grammar rule, for that aspect of syntax, whatever, that are not quite as unique, and so that we may they won't be quite as hard to learn. So if we have an L2 learner who is trying to learn a skill in our English language that is unmarked, we can expect that they'll have, hopefully, a little bit of an easier time to learn that skill. So in that way, L1 to L2 transfer might not be as difficult. Again, if it's a marked skill they're trying to learn in English, we can expect they're probably going to have some difficulty. So before they even embark upon it, we can put some strategies in, we can put some safeguards in order to allow them to still have success with that skill and not feel discouraged in any way. Finally, this week, I just want to mention to you that on September 28th, your article review is due. It includes, as far as its requirements, an introduction, a summary, and a critique of an article that you have found. The article should be a peer-reviewed scholarly article of some depth. I say about 8 to 10 pages, but really what I'm just trying to tell you is we're not looking for a popular magazine article that might be about a page or so. Even though that might be interesting, this is something different that we're looking for this particular assignment. So you want to look for something that's probably a little more current. So I wouldn't find any article that is older than about 8 years. If there's something really interesting and you want to run it by me, hopefully you've already been working on it, so you may be past this point, but certainly you can let me know and we can work it out if it's just a little bit older and you think it's still worthy of the assignment. Once you have read your article, once you have done your critique, I will have a space under major assignments, under article review, on your Brightspace page, and that's where you will submit your paper. I will probably have that space available by Sunday before the deadline. As far as what you should select for the article, look through your syllabus, look through topics that we've covered, look through topics that are coming up, and think about, what am I interested in? What would I like to know just a little bit more about that I probably won't see or haven't seen because we just don't have the time during our weekly instruction? But I'd like to explore that. What would that be? What might that be? That's where I'd like you to go. I would like you to find something that's interesting to you and explore those ideas and critique what this other theorist or author has said regarding the topic. So I wish you luck on that. I look forward to reading all of those. They're always very interesting. And I hope you have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye-bye.